Hello students, today we will do the electric field intensity at the equatorial point. In the last lecture we found the electric field intensity at an axial point. The point was along the axis of a dipole. Now we will consider the point along the equator or an equatorial plane. So today we will find out electric field intensity electric field intensity at equatorial point or equatorial plane. So in the last lecture we found the electric field intensity at the axial point. Here we will find out at the equatorial point. Now what is an equatorial point? So let us see the diagram that the electric field, the dipole was a system of two equal and opposite charge separated by a finite distance, and this was the midpoint which was denoted by O. The finite distance was denoted by 2a vector, and the dipole moment direction is from negative charge of a dipole to the positive charge. The perpendicular bisector of the line, this is a line joining the two dipoles. The perpendicular bisector of this line joining the two charges is called the equatorial line. This is the equatorial line, and so we take a point on an equatorial axis. Now if I draw a plane in the middle of a dipole, this plane is an equatorial plane. The equatorial plane is drawn because we will see that we need to make the components of the electric field intensity. It is not necessary that you draw an equatorial point. Now if I keep a positive charge, a test charge at point P, then this negative charge will attract the test charge towards it. So this field is given by E minus Q vector, as we have given the symbol for in the axial theory. So this is the electric field intensity at point P due to the negative charge, which is denoted by E minus Q. And if I take this positive charge, then the test charge will be repelled away, and this will be referred as E plus Q vector. So if I draw a Cartesian coordinate system at point P, then it is clear that E plus Q is in the second quadrant and E minus Q is in the third quadrant. That is, they are in different direction. In the axial point theory, both the fields were in opposite direction, so we have subtracted the electric field intensity and found the resultant electric field intensity. Here the direction of both field is different. Now let us take this angle as theta. Now if I take this angle as a theta, this angle will be 90 degree, this will be theta. So if I apply the geometry, this angle will also come out to be theta, that is E plus Q makes an angle theta with the negative x-axis, and E minus Q will also make an angle theta. So both the field are making an angle theta with the negative x-axis. Now if any vector quantity is two-dimensional, first we find out its magnitude and then we have to resolve that vector into its two component. So the electric field intensity, at point P, which is an equatorial point, or it is an equatorial point. So at point P, due to plus Q charge of dipole is, so E plus Q charge, magnitude, I am writing the magnitude. So K source, distance between test and source. Now let us take this distance OP to be R. So if you see the diagram, this is a right angle triangle. Here it is 90 degree and this angle is theta. So this is a right angle triangle. So the distance between P and plus Q comes out to be under root A square plus R square. This distance is A square and this is R. Sorry, this distance is A, this is R. So by Pythagoras theorem, this comes out to be under root A square plus R square. So we need to find out this distance. So K source, distance between test and source ka square. So under root will be gone and we get a distance A square plus R square. Now this is the magnitude, equation number 1. Similarly, the electric field intensity at point P due to negative charge of dipole is, now I am writing the magnitude due to the negative charge. So K source, again distance between test and source, again this distance OP is R, distance between test and source is under root A square plus R square, because this distance will be again A. So the distance comes out to be same, and if I take a square, it will be written as A square plus R square. So from the diagram or from this formula, it is clear that the magnitude is same, because the point is on equatorial point, or it is a equatorial point. So it is at the same distance from minus Q and plus Q. So we found the magnitude. Now we need to find out the resultant field intensity. You cannot add or subtract it because their direction is different. So what should we do? If any physical quantity is two-dimensional, the steps I have taught you, first you write the magnitudes and then resolve that component. So if I resolve this into its component, I drop a perpendicular on the negative x-axis, it makes an angle theta. So this component is E plus Q cos theta. This is a cos component of E plus. And if I drop a perpendicular on a y-axis, it is E plus Q sin theta. Similarly, if I resolve E minus Q, I drop one perpendicular here. So it comes out to be E minus Q cos theta. And if I drop this on the negative y-axis, it comes out to be E minus Q sin theta. So this two component, E plus Q sin theta and E minus Q sin theta, they are normal to the dipole and they are in opposite direction. Also E plus Q and E minus Q magnitude is same. Sin theta is same. So both this component cancels out and the resultant comes out in the direction opposite to the dipole moment. Our dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge. That is, if I say it is an x-axis, the resultant will be along the negative x-axis. So the sine component will get cancelled, resolving E plus Q vector and E minus Q vector. Now we have resolved resolving E plus Q and E minus Q vector. We find that sine component of E plus Q vector and E minus Q vector cancels each other. Why it cancel? Because E plus Q is equal to E minus Q. The magnitude is same. So this two components, these components are perpendicular or normal to the dipole moment. So they cancels each other. Now what is the resultant? So E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta, they are in the same direction. So they have this two component has to be added. The resultant electric field, the resultant electric field intensity at point P is, now the resultant E is, let us name it E equatorial. So this is equal to E plus cos theta, that is E plus Q cos theta plus E minus Q cos theta. Both are in the same direction, so they are added. This is the magnitude. This is the magnitude. I kept the arrow here, so it is a vector quantity. I need to define the direction. P cap is defined from minus Q to plus Q. That is, if I say this is an x-axis, we have not taken x and y axis, but if it is an x-axis, the resultant of this two will be opposite to the dipole moment. So this is our resultant, or we named it E equatorial. So the direction is opposite. So I write P cap and I put a minus sign here. So for a direction I used minus P cap. Now E plus Q and E minus Q have the same magnitude. So E plus Q, E minus Q have a same value. Cos theta, that is also equal. So directly I write minus 2 E plus Q cos theta P cap, where E plus Q is equal to E minus Q. So I here write E plus Q or E minus Q, both are the same thing. This is equal to minus 2. Now what was our E plus Q? K, source, distance between test and source, cos theta P cap. So this is our E equatorial in the form of an angle theta. Now see the diagram. This angle is a right angle triangle. Now if I take this as a theta, or if I take this triangle, it is also a right angle triangle. This is theta. So from figure, cos theta is equal to, now what will be the cos theta? Cos theta will be equal to adjacent is A, upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is under root A square plus R square. So cos theta is equal to adjacent, that is A, and hypotenuse is R square plus A square under root or half. I substitute this equation 2 in equation number 1. Therefore, E equatorial is equal to minus 2kq cos theta A upon this. Here we have the power 1 and this cos theta when substituted, the power of R square plus A square in the equation is 1, and for cos theta it is half. So I write R square plus A square power 3 by 2. So this is cos theta value is substituted and the direction is P cap. Now 2A into Q, that is our dipole moment. So now P is equal to Q into 2A. Therefore E equatorial is equal to, now Q into 2A is replaced by P, so it becomes minus Kp upon R square plus A square 3 by 2. So now we have replaced this P is equal to Q into 2A. That is, we have taken P is equal to Q into 2A, and the new equation becomes E equatorial is equal to minus Kp upon this. So this is the final electric field intensity. This is the general formula for a point lying on the equator of a dipole. Now for point dipole, what was a point dipole? When I say point dipole, I mean limit 2A distance tends to 0, then Q becomes infinite. So if distance is very, very small and so that the distance tends to 0, then charge becomes infinite. Then such a dipole is known as point dipole. So for a point dipole, we take R is greater than A. Means the point P is lying at a very large distance from the midpoint of a dipole. In this situation, we eliminate or we ignore A. So E equatorial is equal to minus Kp upon. Now A is cancelled or it is eliminated. So R square raised to 3 by 2, 2 cancel. So R3, and the direction is, sorry I forgot to put a direction here, it is P cap. So direction is P cap. So again you say the electric field intensity fall off or decreases very rapidly as compared to electric field intensity due to point charge. In a point charge we have E inversely proportional to 1 upon R square. Here it is 1 upon R cube. So this is an equatorial point. So we note that, or now the concluding, we have a minus P cap. So its direction is opposite to the dipole moment. We conclude that electric field intensity on the electric field intensity at equatorial point of dipole is opposite to the dipole moment. Dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge, and this electric field intensity is opposite to the dipole moment. So this is electric field intensity at the equatorial point. Now if you remember this thing in the previous lecture, E axle was, again for a point dipole, it was 2 kp upon r cube or x cube. If I represent a distance by r, I take r. If I represent a distance by x, I take x. So this is for a point r. In the derivation we have taken x, but now I am writing r cube, and the direction was p cap. Now what is the difference between this two? The equatorial is opposite to the dipole moment. Again, axle is in the direction of a dipole moment. Now for a same distance matlab same r. If we take a same distance, you have to note this thing, that for a same distance means now we have axle point. This is minus q, this is plus q, this is midpoint. You see this diagram. If I take a point P, say at 5 cm from the midpoint on the axis, and second time I take a point P 5 cm along the equator of a dipole. Equator matlab perpendicular bisector of the line joining the. So here the distance along the axis is 5 centimeter, and the second time the point P is along the equator, means R is same. Now if I take the ratio of the magnitude, that is only E axial upon E equatorial, so answer comes out to be twice. That is, for the same distance, the magnitude of the ratio of electric field on the axial point to the equatorial point is twice, or E axial is twice the equatorial, but for a same distance. And as far as direction is concerned, for an axial point, the electric field is in the direction of a dipole moment, that is P cap, and here you got minus P cap. So this is what we have to remember about the axial and the equatorial point. So till now we have studied that electric field due to point charge is K source upon R square. Now we have found electric field due to dipole. What was the electric field due to point charge? So point charge was KQ upon R square. Now for a axial, for a dipole we have two cases, axial and equatorial. In any case, E is inversely proportional to R cube. So that is what we have said earlier also. The electric field intensity in the case of a dipole fall off rapidly as compared to electric field intensity due to point charge. At infinite distance, the electric field intensity of a dipole becomes zero, because if I say this point is at infinite distance, I will get 1 upon infinite, that is 0. So this is a dipole theory. One part of the chapter is completed at this point.